feel like we're doing independence.
Yeah, now our chicken has most likely cooked just a little bit on the other side. So we're going to flip them over so it can cook again on the other side. So basically just flip them over. Don't worry about them not being ready. Because the more you leave them, the more they can just like hold like they're burning. And if you have a non-stick, they're better. The non-stick pans are better for this. But I'm just going to turn them over so that they're starting to be brown. So that as well. We'll do it for all the... And then we've already done it for this quarter, you notice. So you do that. But now when you turn them over, you just wait for about a minute. And then now the part of cooking them slowly starts from that part. After a minute, you're going to put a bit of water. You normally use hot water. Let me just put some hot water. That's my trick. When you're cooking these things, you don't need like, for it to be cooked as a stir-fried muchomo, you don't need to like put much water and cook it to finish. No, it's little water at a time. There, just little. I always just keep it like that. And then leave that water to cook, to almost finish. Then you turn them over. Then you just keep adding. Yeah, that's what I normally do. And you're thinking, okay, this muchomo is just different. I think when you cook it in the concentrate, like the little water, causes the spices to stay concentrated. So like you don't cook it like in that water where the spices get into the water, the much water soup, and then you don't lose that like the spicy feel. So we're going to leave them to cook for some time. We'll come back to them later. It's been lovely. We're still cooking. It's Independence vibe. Just enjoy the vibe. Isn't this girl looking like a model? She's like, you want to pose on us? Okay.
Happy Independence.
Happy Independence family, please. Enjoy your day. Do something. Don't let these days go by like it doesn't. It matters. It doesn't matter. Like you're not so connected to the country bits of it. Connect it to your life and make it matter. It's the memories. It's cooked for a bit and it's really like sizzling. The aroma is great. And yeah, we're enjoying it as we look forward to actually having it. We're now going to add a bit of spices, just like to just give vegetables to the chicken, but also to just give it something that will munch on more than the chicken. So Betty, we're going to like cut some carrots, we're going to cut an onion, we shall also do the tomatoes. So each of the pans is going to have one tomato, and each will have like one onion, and then each will also have about 3 carrots. I like a lot of carrots because it kind of gives you like vegetables on the side of your plate. You may do them separately, but for me in this case, I'll just make sure they cook in the chicken and give us sizzling, spicy chicken. We have some lemon water. Which one is yours? Cheers, we have to cheers. This is Happy Independence Day, people. Cheers. Just lemon water, hydrate. So we'll just do the carrots first because they're easy. So we'll get carrots. I already cleansed these carrots using salty water before, so I can pick them off of here and use them immediately. Actually, all of these vegetables, I already pre-washed them with salty water. It's just an easy way to cleanse. You can use vinegar in the water, you can use salt meat. Salt is easy because every time you'll always have salt in your kitchen. So we peel them up. Basic peeling using the carrot peeler. And then we just, once you cut off the edges, but you just cut these into rounds like that. You can just cut them, keep moving. Make them even bigger, don't worry about it. Okay. But basically I'll demonstrate here as well. Just keep cutting. And you push them to the side. Okay. Let me get a nice small large. Let me get this one. It's easier to use. So just can do that. Like just make sure it's wedged on the edge. Just give it a bit of design. People sometimes you have to cut carrots the same way. And then you just get another one. I'm just going to add this here. And as I also add for Betty to create space for her to be able to do more. Yeah. And we'll do the same for another carrot. Let's just keep turning this down. notice that the chicken is now really ready and it can hold down. Just make sure you maintain the little water in here. Maintain the little water in there, and you can reduce the heat to medium now. I'll just leave it at medium because any high heat will just burn it up. So I'm going to reduce the medium, and we'll just add all the vegetables in no order. You can put onions first, but for me I'm just going to add them in no order. Really, it doesn't matter. Just want flavoring in there. So I'll also peel up this one. Yeah, you can cut it when you put it. Then you put this seal in 1 foot. And then you can put the onions. We'll also get some onions. We'll use 1 in each. It's adequate. Let me get a larger onion, this one, and this. Yeah. This one will use, and we'll put them in the second pot. So now we're going to cut the tomato while I cut the onions. Yeah, let's cut all the two. Actually, you cut one, I cut in one, then you cut the other, and you cut the other pan. Basically, we're just ensuring each pan has the same amount. And while it was cooking, I had earlier on added a bit of thyme. I am such a flavoring nut, so I added a bit of thyme. You don't have to add it, but I added just for more flavoring. And I added soy sauce. Soy sauce also gives it a very good flavoring, and combined with tomato sauce that I'll add later, it's such a good taste. It's like soy sauce and tomato sauce is almost equal to barbecue sauce. That's the point. We're trying to reach that kind of the consistency of barbecue sauce. So soy sauce, tomato sauce give you that consistency. So I put it earlier, but basically in each of these pans I put like 2 tablespoonfuls of soy sauce and maybe 2 pinches of thyme. So let's cut in our vegetables and our spicing, as I was saying there. They don't have to be very cute. Honestly, the onions, like, they can be part of what you eat. So just feel free to always cut them into wedges. Yeah, for each pot, each pan you're putting at least an onion.
So this is for the 1 pan?
Yeah, that's for 1 pan. So let's just put here and even add the tomato. Okay, this is the big tomato. I'm going to put it in a bigger pan. And the one that has no pieces. Yeah. There we go. It's seamless. This really smells good. It smells great, right? I'm here talking to someone across. We have family over, so there is Irene over there. And she just mesmerized at us. But this really tastes, it smells great, but definitely it will taste great. And sometimes I am a small salt eater. You can taste a bit, and if it's not there, you can add. But for me, I eat small salt, so I try to minimize. Notice that we use sometimes spices that have salt. Like I talked in the other previous steak videos, most of the salt came from spices. I use very little. Most of it came from the spices. So be wary when you have spices that have salt. Don't just be quick to add the other raw salt. Make sure it first blends in, and then you can just add what you need to top it up. You ready with that? Okay, that goes in here. Let's make this quite sharp and do it let me wedge these up and put them here. And complete the. But basically, you notice it looks really good.
Okay.
You understand?
Already.
Just come across and turn. Yeah. Slowly, gently, just turn it over. Feel free to use any ladle, any spoon. Even these ladles can work. I could just turn this across over here. Just make sure the spices sink in, ready to cook. Don't lose them under. Just make sure they're sinking in. Yeah. And by now it's just simmering heat. It's basically medium heat. I'm not using high heat any longer because the chicken is already tender. We're just ensuring it gets the spices, broils them in here yeah. So by now I'm not using much of. We will leave it on this heat for quite a bit, and then we'll come back and it will just be kind of blended. The tomatoes will be mashed up, the onion will be ready properly and like very translucent. The carrot will be soft, of course, ready to just for Irene to enjoy the goodness in the mouth. Yeah, the chicken is sizzling, it's ready, it looks delicious. It just looks finished and looks like, you know, yummy. It could just go into. We have very many chief testers waiting on us, so let's do some the meal. She's very excited over there clapping. But we have our rice, noticeably it's ready, it's steamed, it's hot, but yet it really smells good. And I just left it on very little heat and let it just work itself out. So I'm going to serve it here. Let's get the bowl of rice. It's basmati, so it's really one. It just cooks together as one. No, it's okay. So we're gonna shape it up, just give it some shape. You know how you can design, you can garnish your food by just the way you serve it, people. Don't always serve yourself like Wanangi. I don't know what you have to say, you know, everything is all over the place. Serve yourself like, you know, like you care about yourself, yeah. So I'm just going to put this here, this way. Just don't worry about crumbling. We're just serving. We'll put some chicken pieces. And some chicken to just test. Let's just test the drumsticks, the easiest. There. Then we'll fetch a bit of vegetables and soup. There. I love the carrots just coming through like that. And then you fetch a bit of soup. It's not for too much. Yeah. So Chief Tester Irene, come over here. Betty, hold your fork, and we dig in. Me, I prefer to use a spoon because, you know, it's rice. Just come in. Happy Independence Day. Eat what you want.
Yeah, this is what independent means.
Wow. Get a fork
when you have the
Chief tester.
the chief tester, yeah.
Over to you.
When you have the freedom to eat whatever you want.
Look in the camera, please.
Let me just taste a little to see with the rice. This is it.
It is good enough to get a fork and
This is it. This is it.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Very simple, but very, very tasty. And just, you know, it's simple. Very, very yummy. Just look at how the carrots, you know, color the place. They color the place, but it's also very great nutrition.
This is the chicken. You want some? You want to taste some?
Yeah.
Small.
Thank you. Very tender. The chicken is so tender. And yet it's very, very nicely spiced. You know, so the spices around it. We are ready to just going to go to have the meal. We're going to have our juice. We're going to have the meal and the rice. And that's as simple as that. You don't have to make it complicated. Betty, so thank you so much for gracing our presence. We're going to see more of her. I just was convincing I know what you are meant for this. There's a part for you here as family, as an extension. Carolliving, we're coming. So what do you have to say?
Thank you so much for having me, Carolliving. It's been really, really beautiful seeing the kitchen through her eyes. You know, Carol doesn't see the kitchen like we do. Just get over it, serve people, get them satisfied and move. It's enjoying the entire process, making sure that even as you give it, it's really, really enjoyed. Thank you. You make me see the kitchen through different lens.
Yeah, happy independence, little one. Happy
Independence.
No, but normally what I can always say that I love, and I think this is what I always tell my family. When I'm cooking, I don't want, you know, one of the reasons, the inspirations for having this open plan is that you enjoy the moments even while we cook. Oftentimes, many of our, I know culturally, the kitchen is hidden away in a storage somewhere, and you can spend 2 hours cooking and have the meal for only 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So if the cooking parts are not part of your actual engagement with your family members or your family or friends who are visiting, it gets a bit, you understand me? Yeah, so this, it's the part is not just the cooking, the good food, but also the engagement while you're at it. The teaching. This one, look out for her. She's going to write a cookbook one day. Thank you so much, Carolliving. Thank you for keeping with us. Happy Independence. Keep at it. Please order for our products. Keep with us. Subscribe. Bye.